Okay, and then I share it to you. Virtual Moida, the magic death. Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Begin investigation. Oh, okay, so there's only one path for this one. Let's watch the reporter Moida.
The victim's
Let's
name
go.
is Elsbeth Hasgard. Age 27, height 5'7", weight approximately 110 pounds. She lives in an apartment at 422 Albritton on the north side. That's where her body was found. Hasgard was a doctoral candidate in the anthropology department at the university. Word is that she's one of their most brilliant students in years.
It hasn't
Her
been
fieldwork
photoshopped
is
into
the
that picture.
study of the voodoo
and that
religion
one.
in Haiti. From the looks of things, I wouldn't be surprised if it had something to do with the murder. The victim was found lying on the floor in her office at home, arranged like Christ on the cross. There's even blood in each palm,
Yikes.
although we're not sure it's hers. Her face and body have been smeared with some kind of clay or mud. There's an intricate symbol drawn in white powder to the left of the body on the floor. Above the victim's head is a small shrine filled with what appear to be fetish objects. The victim is naked, except for a white cotton dress that's been draped over her. The dress is covered in more blood, but a preliminary exam of the body fails to indicate a wound trauma of any sort. The OMI suspects poison, but we won't know for sure until the autopsy. Time of death is estimated for some time around 10 p.m. last night. An undergraduate named Paul Budnick found the body at around 10 this morning. He's in her undergraduate seminar and says that they had an appointment to discuss his midterm exam. She didn't answer the doorbell. He claims he accidentally leaned on the door and it swung open by itself. It
Accidentally!
wasn't locked, so we went in and found the body. He called it in from the phone in her kitchen. Right now, we're
good
trying
head
to
of hair.
locate next of kin. Hasgard isn't from Chicago, but the secretary at the department says the victim's brother lives in town. We have contacted the head of the Department of Anthropology, Richard Neiman, who said something very strange. He burst into tears saying, and I quote, "Something like this was bound to happen to Elsbeth sooner or later." Another interesting detail. The victim's apartment was vandalized just 2 days ago. Her papers and notes were disturbed, and an audio tape from her latest trip to Haiti was stolen. She was very upset about it, according to Harry Delgado, the detective assigned to the case. Delgado said at first she got hysterical, and then she became very frightened. As usual, Lieutenant, we've left the body for you to take a look.
Oh, yeah. Let's look at that crime
That's-
scene.
So it's with the chicken.
I mean, voodoo-esque. Oh. No fingerprints. No detectable fingerprints in the mud. The blood on the dress covering Elspeth Hasgard's torso is not human blood. The cells are nucleated, which along with their small size and shape indicate the blood belongs to an animal, possibly to the chicken alongside the shrine. The mud is identical to that found on the victim's face. Its composition indicates it is not from the Chicago area. It does not match soils. It does match soil types that would be indigenous to Haiti. Interesting. Damon Hasgard thinks that it belonged to his sister before her death. Okay, cool. What's this? Oh, that's just going back out there. Excuse me? Oh my god, they put shit all over your face. There are several sets of fingerprints in the mud to match the victims. There is a smudge... Oh, so did she put the mud on herself?
Mud mask?
Possibly. And then someone just came by and put more in. There's a smudge partial print along the left jawbone that does not belong to the victim. This partial print belongs to someone else. It's currently identified. We need to go into her bathroom and see if she was having a mud bath. Composition of the mud indicates that it is old weathered soil. The reddish hue is due to the presence of iron oxides. The presence of kaolinite without any silica or clay minerals indicate that this soil came from an area without any recent glacial activities, maybe from a tropical source. In contrast, the soils predominantly in the Chicago area are younger soils containing large amounts of vermiculite and moylinite. Montmoylinite. The soils tend to be viscous with the presence of potassium and magnesium. It is safe to state that the mud on the victim's face did not come from the Chicago area. There are traces of red wine on the victim's upper lip. I mean, it looked like lipstick, but sure. Anything to do with these legs? No, that's the torso, alright. Chicken! Okay, so all the blood here is from the chicken. Chicken! Chicken.
Very rude of the killer.
Yes. Hello, Al, by the way. Okay, so this is powdered cornmeal. Our preliminary indicates that this is the voodoo symbol of one of the deities or lower. What can you tell me about voodoo? These symbols are typically drawn out on the ground before the voodoo dance to invoke the spirit's visit. Anything to do with these feathers? Okay, they belong to the sacrificial chicken. Chicken. Oh, hello. Nothing to click here, alright. Unless it's... Oh, here we go, we can go closer. Closer. Fingerprints? Okay, all the fingerprints are corrupted. No clean fingerprints. They match on the melted wax match the victims. Standard text on the voodoo describes the relationship in the spiritual world as a mirror. Oh. Hello, little froggy. Oh, it's a toad. Is an Osteophilus septentrionalus, also known as a Cuban tree frog. A variety common to the tropics. It is not native to the Midwestern. Yeah. Cuban tree frog, yeah. To the Midwestern United States. It is available through some pet shops. As we can work out, the worm is just an plain old earthworm. There was an earthworm.
Interesting. Yeah,
there
I
is
can't
a
see
green
it
jump.
unless it's at that thing at the top.
Oh, hello. Hey, buddy. It's a common python, Crotalus pressy, available in several pet shops around town. Snack. Tis a snack. Ooh, the 12 likely suspects.
Oh, damn. Stepped it up.
Yeah. Well, this is earlier. Oh. She looks high. Most of them look kind of bored. Oh, Edward! Edward, what are you doing here again?
This guy.
Your name and occupation.
My name is Edward Talaman. I am a movie producer.
Mr.
You were a
Talbot,
writer in the other one.
Elspeth Haskard's diary that you were scheduled
And that's
for
later.
yesterday evening with her, did you?
Yes, that's right. We were supposed to meet here at my hotel, but she called and asked if I could come to her apartment instead,
Ooh.
which I did around 7.
And then we
What was the
banged.
meeting about?
Elspeth Haskard has been recommended as someone who could be a consultant on my new film Zombie Train. Zombies are really big. Now, we wanted it to be authentic, not like that crap they made back in the 50s. I spoke to Elspeth about helping us.
Did she agree?
She said she'd think about it. Why? Why are you asking me all these questions?
She died.
Haskard is dead.
Dead? Are you sure?
We're positive.
But I just saw her last night.
I know, and what we're trying to ascertain, Mr. Talbot,
That
is
was-
someone saw her after
That was so suspicious. I'm sorry.
So sus.
Exactly.
Oh, of course. I left
I just saw her last night.
I like, yeah, authentic zombie movie. I didn't want to say it, but...
And then returned me to the Ritz. I had dinner at the jockey club downstairs.
Oh.
Then I went back to my room and called my housekeeper Anna and my assistant Kate back in California.
And we had phone sex.
I went to bed, say about 10:30, quarter to 11.
Mr. Talman, did you notice anything odd when you were with Mrs. Hasgard? Did anyone call? Was she relaxed?
No, she seemed fine, but she did get 2 phone calls while we spoke. I noticed that she was quite pleasant to the first one and very cold to the other. Probably suitors. Miss Hasgard was, well, let me put it this way. I haven't felt so much raw sex in the room since I met Madonna.
Whoa!
Oh, I
Okay!
did see somebody enter the building as I was leaving. A man, late 40s, wearing a trench coat. I could probably identify him if I had to.
Yes, we'd appreciate that. Thank you for your time, Mr. Talman. We'll be in touch shortly.
Dead, huh?
Yeah.
Gee, I wonder if I could work this into the plot of the movie.
Oh, Jesus.
Just a reminder from the chief. You've got 5 big ones left.
Got 5 big ones. Okay, so we know it's not Edward, just because, obviously he's in the next case. So, he's safe, but we had to speak to him. Who would you like to speak to next?
Damon is really
Oh, you want to speak to the
jumping out at
brother?
me.
Damon, there he is. Oh my God, look at that hair. Let's get cracking. We've only got
Yeah,
5
he's-
boobs left. I've only got 2. Oh my God, I've not got long to live.
Oh, we've got 4 between us. I've got 2 as well.
My name is
That's
Damon
true.
Hasgard. I'm Elspeth's brother. And at the
I'm
moment,
not
I'm
happy
unemployed.
about it.
Did you get along with your sister?
No.
Sure, we got along well. Sometimes we disagreed about stuff. You know what it's like with brother and sister. I just can't believe someone would do this to her. It's horrible.
Mr. Hasgard,
So,
when was the last time you saw your sister
Did you
alive?
take
I saw
cocaine
her
before
yesterday
this
afternoon.
interview?
We had tea together at her apartment.
Ooh,
Can you
tea.
describe your movements from the time you left your sister's last night?
I left Elspeth's apartment a little after 6.
Okay.
I went to the bagel bakery on Winslow and Canyon to get some
Ooh,
dinner.
bagel bakery.
I got back home near 6:30. Ate 2 bagels,
A bakery?
watched the news.
He ate
I
2
read Gerald's
bagels.
Game, the new Stephen King novel, until I fell asleep at 10:30. I always go to sleep early. My
God, I want a
roommate was
bagel.
home, he'll tell you.
Do you have any idea who might want to kill her?
She did say she hadn't been getting along with Mark LeMay, her boyfriend.
Mark
She
LeMay.
said he'd
Oh,
been bugging her
boyfriend.
lately.
Bugging her?
She didn't elaborate. My sister was a very private person. She didn't go into personal details, even with me. But I think she was about to break up with him.
Do you
Ooh!
have any knowledge of voodoo, Mr. Hasgard?
Just bits and pieces of what Elspeth told me over the years. It's polytheistic, a serious religion. The roots of voodoo can be traced to the religious and social practices of West Africa. That's where most Haitian slaves came from.
Thank you for your
So
help.
someone definitely
If you
played
think of
Gabriel
anything
Knight
else,
before
please
this.
let us know.
Of course I will.
Unless this came before. Let's talk to the boyfriend.
Yeah.
Your name and relationship to the deceased.
Mark LeMay. I'm a doctoral candidate in anthropology at the university. Elspeth Hasgard and
Didn't
I
ask, bud.
have
Didn't
been
ask.
dating for the past 2 years.
Have you and Elspeth Hasgard been getting along recently?
No. To be perfectly honest, we had.
No.
Was there a particular reason?
I suspected that she was interested in someone else.
Oh.
I didn't know who, but she had been hanging back a bit emotionally.
Oh. Emotionally distant.
The thing is, she would neither confirm or deny it. She just liked to keep me hanging. And I'd had enough.
When was the last time you saw Miss Hasgard?
When I
Last
killed her.
Saturday morning, I stopped by on my way to the airport to go to my grandmother's 90th birthday down in New York. I was originally planning to stay down there until the end of the week. I came back when I heard the news.
So you were in New York on the night of the murder.
Yes, I was staying at the Paramount Plaza Hotel.
Several people have mentioned that Elspeth Hasgard didn't seem herself after her most recent trip to Haiti. Did you notice any unusual behavior or change?
She did seem more tense.
Mm.
Elspeth said that she had made some important finding, and she wasn't sure if she should announce it.
Oh.
Um, Actually, I never thought about it too much. She liked being mysterious, Elspeth. It helped enhance the legend.
Do you have much knowledge of voodoo, Mr. LeMay?
I've read some. I don't have any contact in the field.
Is there anyone you can think of who might want Elspeth Hasgard dead?
I certainly question Alyssa Palmer.
Mm.
If Elspeth had a rival in the doctoral program, Alyssa was it. They both did their field work down in Haiti. Anyway, Alyssa was the runner-up for the Nobel Fellowship this year.
Oh.
Elspeth won it. Enough bucks for 2, maybe 3 years of pure field work. It's one of the richest prizes in anthro anywhere. People choose to come to this university because of it.
And kill for
with
it.
Elspeth gone, Alyssa will receive it.
Thank you for your help, Mr. LeMay. We'll be back in touch when we have more questions.
You're welcome.
Oh, are you single?
I'm recently available.
Yeah.
Your name and occupation?
Alyssa Palmer. I'm a doctoral student in the anthropology department, and I know I'm a suspect in the murder of Elspeth
Oh.
Hasgard, so let's not beat around the bush. I didn't kill her,
Cool.
but I'm happy to tell you anything I can that you might want to know.
Were you friends with the victim?
No, Elspeth didn't have any friends. She was too competitive. We were just civil to each other. I paid my rent on time, asked after her work when she asked after mine. That was it.
Paid your rent?
Sure. I live here at 422 Albritton, and Elspeth owned the building. Or didn't you know that? She liked to keep it a secret. What I'd like to know is, where did she get the money to buy it? When she started her doctorate 4 years ago, she was as poor as the rest of us.
Do you have any ideas?
Well, rumor has it that she was blackmailing Carl over the Naomi incident.
Mm.
Carl and Naomi who?
Carl Schulman, as in the Schulman wing at the Art Institute. Carl was also in the anthro program. He went traveling to West Africa to do some research, and he took Elspeth and another student named Naomi Freeman with him. This was 3 years ago. Anyway, Naomi and Carl were a big item back then. She was this absolutely ravishing black woman, and Carl was madly in love with her. But when they left, they weren't really getting along very well. And somehow she died in the field while they were out there.
Oh.
It was never completely explained what happened. Some people say that Carl got in a fight with Naomi, killed her, and that Elspeth found out about it.
And she's blackmailed him about it ever since.
That's the rumor.
When was the last time you saw Elspeth Hasgard alive?
Yesterday afternoon at around 4:30. I passed her in the hall. She was headed towards her apartment.
I was
Did you
paying
see
my
or
rent.
hear anything last night?
No, just Agnes Murray, who lives up above me, listening to her opera. I think she's going a little deaf. She really cranks the volume. Surprising that I shouldn't hear anything, don't you think, considering the gruesome nature of the murder?
So you were home all night.
Yes.
Is there anyone else who might have a reason to kill the victim?
Besides Carl? Her nutty brother, maybe.
Oh.
Just last week I heard them arguing over money. Sounded really vicious.
Do you know much about voodoo, Miss
Interesting.
Palmer?
Mm.
Only as much as is necessary. My particular area of study is in the relationships between village headmen and the central government of Haiti, anthropological political science. Voodoo is much more intertwined with religious beliefs and magic. That was Elspeth's interest. I prefer 2 feet on the ground,
Ew.
Thank you for your help.
if you could call it that.
Okay, you're a cow. Let's go check out Carl then.
Your name and occupation?
Carl Schulman. I'm a doctoral student of anthropology in
Oh.
Elsa's class. We were friends.
Were you close?
We had our moments.
I
Let's
banged
just
her
say we knew
once.
the unvarnished truth of one another.
How long had you known each other?
About 3 years. We first met on field study in West Africa.
When was the last time you saw Elspeth
Stop.
Hasgard
That's
alive?
yesterday afternoon at a meeting for thesis students, but we didn't really speak. The last time I saw Elspeth was on the 23rd. We had dinner. We did that once a month.
Ew.
Did you notice anything odd or unusual about Miss Hasgard's behavior?
Not particularly. A bit stressed, perhaps, but nothing to get me worried.
Do you know anyone who might want Elsbeth Hasgard dead?
Certainly. There are loads of people.
Loads.
Mark before anyone, though.
Mark LeMay, her boyfriend.
That's right. Mark's the super possessive type. Elspeth was sleeping around. It drove him crazy. Dick Neiman, I understand. But that younger fellow barely drives with a license.
Oh, we need to speak to Dick Neiman.
Elsbeth was having an affair with Richard Neiman, the head of anthropology?
And her thesis advisor, I might
Ooh.
add.
Ooh.
He's been
That's
madly in
juicy.
love with her since she first appeared on campus about 4 years ago.
She got Dick's dick.
And you say she was seeing someone else besides?
All I know is that his name is Paul.
Oh.
A student in her senior seminar. He's handsome, but dumb as a post. She must have been in that one just for the sex.
Do you know how long these affairs have been going on?
Since the fall, after her return from Haiti. Dick Neiman a bit before, perhaps. He's on the selection committee for the Nobel Fellowship, and I believe Elspeth was hoping to advance herself through non-academic means.
Ew.
She needn't have, though. Elspeth was really a great anthropologist.
Can you describe your movements
She just wanted
last
to
night?
get ahead.
Certainly. I was at the library until 9:30. Just before I left, I checked out a book.
I get it.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
stopped at the filling station on Fullerton Avenue on my way home, and when I arrived
He
home,
went
I
to the
watched
filling
news.
station?
I went to bed afterwards. It was about 11 o'clock. It wasn't a very eventful evening.
Mr. Schulman, do you have any knowledge of voodoo?
Certainly not. Personally, this stuff bores me to tears.
Thank you for your time. We'll be in touch if we have more questions.
I'm sure you will.
I'm sure.
Detective, there are 4 hours left. Have you looked at the apartment yet?
Wait, what is it that we need, that we want, Al? Is it, we all want Dick's dick?
Your name and occupation.
Professor Richard Neiman.
I'm
head
fabulous.
of the anthropology department here at the university.
So you
A
knew
little
Elsbeth
head.
Hasgard.
Yes.
I mean, yeah, my head's huge, so.
Yes, it was hard. It was hard. She was a difficult person not to notice.
Oh,
What do you mean?
she was hot.
Well, for starters, she was incredibly brilliant.
And those titties.
Her field work in Haiti was groundbreaking. But it
And
wasn't
those
just her
titties.
mind. Elspeth had this magnetic effect on people,
Oh.
me included. But she was an inspiration to all sorts of people. Besides all that, she was beautiful.
Were you in love with her?
No, I'm married.
Oh, yeah?
Professor, when I first notified you about the death, you said, something like this was bound to happen to Elsbeth sooner or later. What did you mean by that?
Voodoo was a very dangerous area of study. It's based on an intricate structure of secret societies that are practically impossible to penetrate.
Ooh.
And from what I know about
Penetrate me,
Elspeth's intellectual
Daddy?
curiosity, I'm sure she pushed the limits. And then there was her last trip.
Her last trip?
Yes. She was on the track of something special. She said so just before she left. She wouldn't say what. A rumor went around the department that she'd infiltrated
A
a
cult.
sorcerer's sect.
Oh.
It was all very strange because I'm not even certain she traveled to Haiti legally, what with the current political climate.
Oh.
Anyway, when she returned home, she seemed changed, distracted somewhat, even tormented. Well, she'd always had a secretive, mysterious quality, but now it was pronounced. I asked her if there was something wrong. She said she'd made some extraordinary discoveries, but she was waiting to verify them before she presented them. Remember when she said that? possible danger. I made her promise that she'd come to me if she ever got into any trouble. She promised me that she would.
And then she didn't, the bitch.
When was the last time you saw the victim alive?
Yesterday afternoon. We had a department meeting of doctoral students writing their theses.
Can you tell me, Professor, your movements last night?
Yes, I was at home with my 2 children from 6 o'clock on. My wife had a singing lesson.
Oh.
After I put the children to bed at 8:30, I corrected papers until my wife returned home at 11.
Your children look old enough that they can put themselves to bed.
How
Look old
extensive
enough?
is your knowledge of voodoo practice and ceremony?
I mean, he looks old enough to have
My own area
teenagers
is
at least.
Plains Indians. No, I really only know what Elspeth wrote about. Secret societies, the zombie practice and ritual, and voodoo dances.
Thank you, Professor Neiman. We'll call if we have any further questions. We'll keep you informed of our progress.
Please. And thank you.
So he fell into one of a trap that we talked about a couple weeks ago when we were playing what's it called, Loth Nolder. He said secretive instead of secretive. Same spelling,
Oh, yeah.
pronounced differently. So she was secreting things. Let's talk to her apparent beau.
Your name and relationship to the deceased.
Paul
I
Budnick.
begged her. I
I'm a
begged.
student in Elspeth's undergraduate seminar.
You found the victim's body?
Yeah. I came by this morning to meet about a midterm exam. I knocked on the door, but no one answered. I must have leaned on it or something, because the door swung wide open. I walked in, and there she was. I know we were sleeping together. I know it looks like I did it, but I didn't. I swear to God.
You were having an affair with your half guard.
Yeah,
Oh, pardon me.
but we were being careful about things. She had a boyfriend. She said that they'd been on the rocks for a while.
Did Elspeth Hasgard ever talk to you about any other problems?
Yeah. She joined a secret society in Haiti. She called it a Bizango. Once in, you're a member for life. Well, on her last visit, she was witness to a zombification.
What?
She said it was the ultimate punishment in Haitian society. She had recorded it on her tape recorder, but she was torn. She wasn't sure if she should publicize it or not. When I asked her why, she laughed and she said she didn't want to end up a zombie. But I got the impression she wasn't joking.
When was the last time
So
you
many
saw
sneezes,
Elspeth
I'm
Hasgard
sorry.
alive?
We spent the night together on Sunday. She called me last night, but I had a paper.
What time did she call?
She called about 9:15.
Did she say anything about the burglary Sunday night at her apartment?
No.
She was burgled?
Burglary, she didn't say a thing.
Can you describe your movements last night?
Yeah, like I said, I was in writing a paper. I live in an apartment on Pinecrest Ave with 3 other people. I was up until 1 or so writing. One of my roommates was woken up by the printers, so there's someone to verify it.
Thank you for your time, Mr. Budnick. This has been very helpful.
Do I need a lawyer or something?
Not yet.
Maybe. Sorry, I was just blowing my nose after all those sneezes. So Nevik, I'm guessing you're talking about Brett Pennant's Part 3? You will be happy to know, yes, we were all happy to know. It was finally Jason Turdley. Sorry, Turley. I keep adding the D. Do we want to keep asking people, or do we want to... Because we're... what do you reckon? Dove? Dove? We lost Dave, apparently. Maybe he also is sneezing. No, we can't hear you. He died. No! He's a ghost! You know how we love these games, Sam. Here's those tissues I had a second ago. I need to blow my nose again while Dave fixes his sound. Okay, that should do it. Should be nothing left in my nose. Oh yeah, I am too. I mean, like, what's that called? I'm hoping I can either fix or put together something for the last game for French Taylor. Oh yeah, because I could always just play the clips, couldn't I? Even, like, outside of the game. We might have to do that. Because then we can, you know, be like, well, I've clicked on this one and here's the video for that outside of the game. But I really like these type of games, you know, like Moida. We know I enjoy a good Moida, but, you know, like, anything that's got something interesting about how it presents itself. Oh. We do enjoy a good whodunit. That's why we're here on The Murder Hole. As I have redubbed the Grammar Hole, since now it is just me. And I mean, Dave's here. But, it's apparently a time where everyone has eventually left me. People just got busy. We've been doing this pretty much for 5 years. It's understandable. There's always going to be dry spots, and that's why I was like, let's shift it up. Motor hole. Oh, why am I so sniffly?
Okay, how's that?
There we go.
Please tell me you can hear me.
Yes.
Oh.
I'm going to blow my nose one last time. Okay, that should be doable. I might get back into bed after we finish streaming. Alright, what do you reckon? Should we speak to anyone else, or should we go look at some other evidence?
I reckon let's look at some other evidence. We've still got 5 people left there, but 3 hours.
The apartment. Oh, which room should we learn about? Maybe we should go for the study, maybe?
Yeah, let's go to the study.
See, oh, so that, okay, so...
Oh, that's the crime scene. Okay. What about a bedroom?
Oh, yeah. No clues.
Damn. Check the coat room.
Oh, coat room, yeah. Well, in this one, it's going to be the same. What's it called? The next game along, that was Brett Penance. That had a 3-path on it, so we've now played all 3 paths. Taylor French, which is the 4th game in this series, I'm pretty sure that has a 3-path as well. But the videos are broken on that CD at the moment. But, oh, that reminds me, I was going to buy that. See if an actual physical copy would make it any better. Nothing in the coat room. Let's check every room, because if we run out of time, we can always ring back around. Oh, here we go. Luminal test reveals a partial bloody footprint on a dark rug in the front hall. Crime scene team says it's a running shoe called Duo Jump. That's what dyslexic reading will do for you. They can identify it by the tread. The shoe is the man's size 8 D width. Ooh. The width of a D. Its owner weighs between 155 and 165 according to the estimate. The blood matches the chicken blood at the crime scene. What about the kitchen? Glass in the sink contains wine that matches traces of wine found on the victim's upper lip. Prints on the glass match hers. It also matches the wine scene found on the wine found on the broken wine glass in the trash. Interesting.
Detective, you're halfway there.
Cool.
3 hours down, 3 hours to go.
Okay, the silver candelabra is missing one white candle. It matches the candle found on the crime scene. A gold pen with a set of unidentified fingerprints was found lying under the couch. What about the bathroom? Ooh, okay. Found minute traces of mud in the bathroom sink that matched the lab-matched unusual mud on the victim's face and torso. There are also traces of blood that do not match the blood at the crime scene. This is human blood type O positive. Interesting. Ooh, victim's death, yeah, sure.
Ooh, phone records. Juicy.
Investment report. Alright, Elspeth, what have you been up to? Global Market Fund, Pacific Growth, her with gold equities, yeah. Hyperion Oil and Gas, Latin Industries, Cohasset Fund. Cool. Glickenrossen Briggs. I don't think this meant to have that many zeros. I think someone meant to replace that with something else and then just was like, I don't know. I think no one's gonna notice. Ooh, audio tape?
Detective, this section of Miss Hasgard's desk contained a number of audio tapes that she used for making notes for her seminar class.
Sure.
Most
Sweet.
of them have no relevance to the investigation whatsoever. But there is one interesting tape that I thought you might like to hear.
Notes for class on Thursday, October 15th. Today's class is focused on recent changes in theory on the mothering practices of prehistoric man in the region that today is Eastern Europe. Based on findings...
Oh.
Shoot.
Yeah, I'm not going to stop recording. I'll just let it go. Let it go.
Oh, hi.
Elspeth, we have to talk.
It's not a good time right now. I'm preparing for tomorrow's class.
Oh, yeah, well, when is it a good time then? I've been trying to nail you down on that since you came back. Little Miss Emotional Avoidance.
I don't have to take that from you.
Oh, you don't?
Jeez.
How about taking this?
Oh.
Mark, cut it out. Get out of here before I call the cops. Mark, stop!
I'll kill you.
Oh. Well, Mark. You called her emotionally distant, but it sounded like you did things. Oh, diary. September 3rd. If only it felt better to be back. I can't shake the eerie feeling that someone's watching me. I wake up at night and see a shadow at the foot of the bed. It might be my boyfriend Mark, but you never know. 9 neon boot steps outside my door. What?
No, that's... Wait, is it near or neon?
It's hard to tell, isn't it?
I was about to say, yeah, that says neon.
Yeah.
You read that correctly.
It doesn't make sense either way. But the hall is empty. Sometimes I wish I never went to Clarissa's ceremonies. It might as well be Clarissa. We don't know for sure. Oh, I heard footsteps. Okay. September 4th. I saw Miriam today. She wanted to know everything. I could tell her about the island, especially the latest political situation. I'm not sure she's going to like the news. We're meeting here at my house tonight. I'm thinking about telling her about my other findings about the zombie ceremony, but I'm not sure I should, even if she is from Haiti. I have to tell someone. I need to talk. If only there was someone I could trust. I'm not about to tell Mark. Why can't she write a diary in Comic Sans? September 9th. Mark and I are not getting on at all. He came over and made a phenomenal scene all about ignoring him. I was about to say fingering him, but you know. he wanted to know who else I was seeing, like I would ever tell. September 11th. Lunch with Miriam. She's edging closer to I'm edging closer to telling her. At least she's trustworthy and will understand more than most what I have to say beyond comprehension. That of an anthropologist like Richard, my more obvious choice for a confidant. Now even Richard is making demands. Oh, I've had my birthday. Last night he showed up on my doorstep soaking wet. He's come through the rain. His wife was home in bed sleeping. He says he wants to leave her and marry me. He says he may go out of his mind if I don't.
Oh, yeah.
I told him he was crazy and to go back to bed. I had a nightmare last night. A woman from the Lacu came and told me to pack my things for a long trip. I told her I didn't need anything. She smiled and said I was right. When she said it, I felt incredibly sad, like being heartbroken. I woke up crying. 969. If I don't start to get some sleep, I'm gonna fall down on the job. That is a really weird fucking way of saying if. Like, look, it looks like 96.
It really does.
Finally, a respite in my torment. There's a boy in my undergraduate seminar. He's beautiful and a little stupid, but I like him. There's something about him that feels dangerous. He came over last night to review a paper topic and what he wanted to write about. We ended up going to bed together. He wouldn't spend the night. I slept like a baby for the first time since mid-August. All I needed was dick. The locksmiths came today. The results were good and bad. The good news is that Mark won't be able to let himself into my apartment unannounced anymore. The bad news is that the locksmiths gave the keys to Agnes, my enemy across the hall. Okay, why? It gave me a moment's worry until I remembered how stupid she is. She is too thick about breaking in. Besides, all the papers connected to our little dispute are at the lawyer's. Interesting. Sorry, dear diary, for failing to write, but Paul has become a habit. I smoke him. When Mark comes over for his daily measure of rejection, it feels like a cartoon in a dream. At least Richard is laying off. He's smart enough to know when he's lost his quarry. I think he's hoping to win out by constancy. Tonight, I won't see my object of desire until after dinner with Carol. Oh, Carl. Good old Carl. I'm even feeling generous around the little monster. The power of amazing sex, I deduct. Oh, so you were sleeping with Carl as well? The fuck? A day of errands and fucking everyone. Just deposited my check. Oh, check, okay. Looked at new cars. Saw my accountant about buying another building. Bought some silk cons.
Some Ned
silk cons from a designer, which I don't plan to use on curtains. Oh, some silk cords. Oh, she's planning on using some silk cords, but not on curtains. Hello, two ghouls, one brain. Is that Nix or Nem? I'm guessing it's gonna be Nix. Paul spent the weekend away. I had constant nightmares. I just can't shake this feeling of being followed. I actually counted the hours till Paul's return. Am I falling in love with him? Oh, we're in October now. It's getting so that the only way I can sleep is if Paul is here with me. I told him some. I didn't tell him everything, though. I'm afraid he wouldn't believe it. Would think it's nuts. Sometimes I don't believe it. Mark came over while Paul was here. We were listening to music and reading the paper. A scene of domestic bliss that left Mark sputtering. Paul was perfect, stood up, excused himself. I have to watch myself. I care for him more than I'm comfortable with. Ew. Ran into Carl at the library. We had dinner. Uneventful. No fuck. I won the Noble Fellowship. Richard pulled me into his office at the end of the day to tell me himself. I'm not officially announced till tomorrow. I was so grateful I went to bed with him. Right there under his desk. Ugh, under the desk? At least go on the desk. I guess there'd be lots of papers and stuff. I needed, Oh, that handwriting is bad for that word. What is that?
Yeah, I can't.
I received. Yeah, I received another vile postcard. I mean, I hadn't realized you'd got one in the first place. This time it came to my apartment. I'm not convinced that I'm mad convinced, that it's a odious little tenant of mine. Paul and I are discussing ways to get her back. I saw Jamaica. I was leaning towards finally telling Richard about my findings, and I wanted a reading. She said she couldn't see whether the answer was yes or no. Oh my god, okay, so Jamaica sounds like she's a psychic. We definitely should go and talk to her. But she said she did see someone, a woman, waiting to harm me. Probably Alyssa, since the Noble has been announced. There's trouble in paradise. Carl called to meet. He says we have to discuss our arrangement. Paul came over night afterward, though, and made me forget everything. 27 years old today. Oh my god, you're a young little thing. Mark came over with an engagement ring. He seems to like humiliation. Dear God! How could he do this to himself? I just do not understand it. I have tried to be clear and fair about my feelings. He's just hanging on. I refused, and he said I could never see him again. I would never see him again. Good riddance is what I thought, but refrained from saying so. Paul brought a better present. Dear diary, I definitely accepted. Oh, it was definitely a dick. Met with Carl for coffee. I explained the situation yet again. I even offered to explain it to his criminal defense attorney. Whoa! Along with the attorneys for the family trust, if it made him feel better. He seemed to understand. After all, I still have the photos. Okay.
Oh,
so,
damn.
I guess that's to do with the, what's it called? Alyssa was saying that, there was something that happened with Naomi. Mark came over on his way to the airport, very somber and calm. I think he finally realizes things are over. We can be pleasant when he lets himself. Oh, he can be pleasant when he's... Look at this photograph of a little girl. Richard is getting a bit antsy, I have to be honest. I've avoided him like the plague since I got my prize. I've been having feelings of foreboding again, and they proved to be true tonight. Someone broke in and went through my very desk. They stole my tape! A useless detective came by and asked some useless questions. He just couldn't understand what they meant, what their theft meant. I've discovered a major key to Haitian slave history, and my proof has been stolen. It's like what Clarice said. The Loa have their own life and take their own plans, and we just fulfill it for them. I just hope the tape did not get into the wrong hands. Paul should be here any minute. I'm afraid to be alone, but I can't talk anymore. Oh, but I can't tell anyone. And comma, and then didn't complete her words. Oh, so this is the night she died. Daily calendar? Let's have a look.
Detective, it's your chief speaking.
We've got 2 hours left.
2 hours left. The university president just called, suggesting we solve this case right away.
I feel like time has flown with this one.
Yeah. Well, this is the thing. Whenever you speak to someone, time just 20 minutes disappear. Okay, let's see. Anything interesting here? Richard thesis review, ordered reprints from services. Okay, another curriculum reveal. Library. Lunch with Miriam. Oh, she's written down a TV show. Class, office hours, Richard breakfast. Ooh, something got scratched out here on Wednesday the 9th of the 6th. Sorry, the 16th of the 9th. Which year is this, do we reckon? Oh, my birthday was on a Saturday, alright. Papers due. 9th to the 30th, huh? Not seeing anything crazy. Husbands and Wives. 740 Cinema Plaza. Oh, you went to the movies. Paul Picnic at Lake. Oh, yeah, lovely. Review manuscripts from anthropologies today. Cool. Article due. What is that? Oh, orals. 2 months off. Okay, cool. Wait, Dr. Lovett? Alright, sure. Annual exam. Noble! Cole Stan, alright, See Miriam, birthday yikes. Okay. Review research assistants 9 to 1, set up by Miriam, cool. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, a bottle? This bottle shows it's a very unusual mixture of aloe, cedar oil, almond oil, grain alcohol, menthol, and seawater. The only problem is that the closest ocean is 1,000 miles away. Bottle is marked in Haiti. Cool beans. Autopsy should be available. Let's have a look at this. Okay. Elspeth Theodora Hasgard. Okay, she's 5'7". She's 27. Cease was discovered unclothed, draped with only a blood-splattered white cotton dress. This dress is made of lightweight white cotton. No shit, Sherlock. And hand embroidery around the yoke at the neck. Garments well worn. Quality of the embroidery is unusually fine for a garment made with such an aesthetic material. Cotton's cool, man! Although I'm quite into bamboo at the moment, but cotton's cool. There is no label inside indicating country of origin. Many yawns. A preliminary analysis of composition of the blood of the dress shows the presence of nucleated blood cells indicating the blood of animal origin. No human blood can be found on the garment. Cool, cool, cool. Smeared with brown clay. Clay is on the front of the body only. It's consistent with the position of the body at the time of discovery. The victim was found lying on the back because we can't get clay on the carpet. There are several sets of corrupted prints in the mud. None are identifiable. The victim's palm include the residue of dried blood. Matches the blood found on the dress. Oh, thank you, Dee Dee. Lab comparison. Both the clay and blood are contained in the victim's hair. They match the other samples. The body is thin, though muscle tone is above average. Deceased appears to be healthy and in good condition. The hair is pale yellow blonde, varying from 3 centimeters at the nape of the neck to 11 at the crown. Huh. That's the same length as Brett Penance's hair. Like what the fuck?
Oh, maybe.
No one has hair length at any other length. Eyes are steel blue. Both pupils are extremely dilated. 0.26. on the left and 0.7 on the right. Teeth are in fairly good condition and clean, but contain numerous filling in the rear molars. Fillings are porcelain composite, not silver. Do I have a cold? Potentially. There are no signs of recent sexual penetration. No, I think it's just my normal morning congestion, just kind of ratcheted up a little bit. Ambient temperatures in the room where the body was found was measured at 76% Fahrenheit, taking into consideration victim's weight and size. I keep saying that opposite to how they've written it. And current state of rigor mortis at 3:40 p.m. Time of death is estimated between 9:30 and 10 o'clock in the evening on October 19th. Yeah, why didn't they mention that the server had no signs of recent penetration? Well, sexism? I guess I was about to say there's nothing to penetrate, but there is. Oh yeah, she was naked. There's that as well. Well, Brett was definitely wearing stuff. There's no visible external cuts, bruises, or other signs of incisions or trauma. Victor's abdomen was notably distended. Interesting. The victim's lips contain a blue tinge. Oh, she was poisoned. Severe cyanosis, lack of oxygen flow at the time. Oh, actually, that just could be, yeah. She was suffocated. But there's no bruises, so she could still be suffocated with like a pillow. Higher than normal levels of sweat at the time of death, indicated by presence of excessive body of sodium found in the victim's skin. She was salty. The mouth and air passage contain unusual amounts of saliva, indicates hypersalivation at the time of death. That generally can happen when you're being poisoned. Or what's called rabies. The tongue is redder than normal and is slightly wrinkled. A section has been sent to the forensic toxicology for further examination. The lung cavities, including aerovoli and interspatial spaces, are filled with plasma fluid, indicate acute left ventricular failure. Excessive fluid is collected in the stomach and large bowels, and at present time of death, except for the symptoms described, all major internal organs appear to be vital and healthy. I may have a cold. There are no signs of recent penetration. Oh dear. Hypersalivation. Okay, here we go. While cyanosis, lack of oxygenated blood resulting in bluish tinge, is a frequent side effect of a pulmonary edema, hypersalvation's not. It's controlled by the autonomic nervous system. Here, the excessive amounts of saliva present in the victim's throat indicate hypersalivation due to sudden shock to this autonomic system, most typically in the form of a neurotoxin. She was poisoned. Administration of neurotoxin would be consistent with the unusual texture and color of the victim's tongue. Okay, she appears to be healthy. For pulmonary edema to spontaneously appear in such a case is unlikely. The heart and pericardium also appear to be robust. Therefore, it seems like the edema stems from another pathology. Strong neurotoxins generally cause massive dilation of blood vessels. This could be a nerve-mediated pulmonary edema. No dilation would have to be caused in the blood vessels. In the soothed muscle fibers, these are in the stomach and colon, thus explaining the fluid accumulated in the abdominal cavity. Another tertiary symptom of the dilation is profuse sweating. Fluid in the abdomen, see explanation 2. The victim suffocated. Suffocation is caused by a fluid buildup in the lungs due to a severe pulmonary edema. Additionally, related findings of hypersalivation, profuse sweating, and abdomen fluid point to being possible neurotoxin poisoning. Lab verification and tissues pending. Helena Patton. Here we go. I was asked by Helena Patton to analyze tissue samples with their chemical components, from abstracting the chemical components through various through various assay methods, I proceeded to make a gas chromatograph. The graphic representation of the chemical profile was then compared and matched to a gas. She was gassed. Oh no, it was just a gas chromatograph of tetrodotoxin. Tetrodotoxin is a neurotoxin originally thought to be only used in blowfish species found in tropical waters in several parts of the world. However, today we know it is also found in California newt, the blue-ringed octopus from the Great Barrier Reef in Australia, the goby fish in Taiwan, and the antipoloid frogs from Costa Rica. It is said it is one of the world's deadliest known toxins. It's topically active. Touch alone has been known to kill. The speed of death varies depending on the type of contact. Touch is the least potent form of ingestion. It is 40 to 50 times more powerful. It ingests directly into the bloodstream, and death can take from several minutes to several hours. There is no known antidote. Recent findings from the anthropologists indicate that it is used in certain cultures in extremely controlled forms during the rites of initiation and other important ceremonies. Interestingly, there is also several indicates recorded in which a victim of tetrodotoxin poisoning has been announced dead by the medical authorities, has fully recovered. Wow.
Damn.
Oh, a voodoo expert, sure. Dr. Hickman.
Dr. Hickman, can you briefly describe the voodoo religion?
Voodoo is the modern-day descendant of many religions practiced by tribes in Western Africa. The Yoruba, the Luango, Mandingo, the Igbo, Arhada, and the Congo, to name just a few, made up most of the slaves brought to Haiti in the 17th and 18th century. Over the generations, the various religions fused into one, with spiritual overlays from the Arawak, the original Indian of the island, and their Christian oppressors. Voodoo is polytheistic, which they worship many gods, even hundreds. They're referred to as Loa, the divine horseman.
Cool. All right. That's the only question we have for you. Nice seeing you. Damballa, which of course was the one in Gabriel Knight, is the benevolent, gentle great father. Wait, what? That's not how he's described in Gabriel Knight.
Take some liberties there, maybe?
Yeah, I don't know who's taking the liberties, but Damballa, the great snake, who is also remote in his magnificence. He rules over the water for which he comes, prefers white or colorless food, is not very articulate at human speech. Izuli, frequently depicted with Damballa, she's the serpent god. She depicts the distinct and unique human ability to dream beyond the beyond. To dream the beyond. While she... Oh dear, I'm having a time this morning.
Beyond the beyond.
Beyond the beyond. We have gone beyond the beyond.
Reminds me of that Clark and Door skit where he's like, we've towed the boat beyond the environment. It's not in the environment.
She represents perfection while seeking it. When she's found it, she seeks more, never satisfied. In this aspect, she is seen as a tragic, always wanting more. Legba is the lower of the crossroads. Oh, I think this is the one that was on the ground. He's the guardian and link between the mortal realm and the immortal one, the invisible one. He's sometimes depicted as a bent old peasant. And yet, he is one of the most potent and powerful supreme lowers. I almost called him extreme. He's an extreme lower. Agun Barakri. He's the equivalent of Zeus. Cool. Lower of the Seas, a Xi'an Getty, which makes sense considering the family that was descended in Gabriel Knight from the bad people, the bad people from Tedelo was the Gettys, but they were Gedde. But you can understand how some not Americanism, but there's a word for it. When you update your last name to be a bit more agreeable to the peoples that you live with.
There's a word for that?
Yeah. Westernization. Thank you very much, Nevik. You westernize yourself.
Oh.
Oh. Why is there a different picture for Henry Delgado here? Because these all look the same. Now let's look at him in the yeah, look. Very reasonable. Until you get to his non-testimonial, where he's like, hey, man.
It looks very suspicious in that one.
Oh. Interesting. Oh! Size 9, D width. Alright, let's we haven't heard his testimonial.
What was the blood again?
Oh, because didn't they say there was someone else?
It was chicken blood.
Chicken blood.
Yeah, never mind.
Your name and occupation?
Lieutenant Harry Delgado. I've been working on a theft that took place 2 days ago at the victim's apartment.
Oh, you're the useless detective.
First seemed fairly standard. Precinct got a call 10:39 Sunday night. I responded and went to the victim's apartment at 422 L Britton. Nice building, 4 apartments total, 2 to a floor. The victim lived upstairs. Somebody jimmied a window in the kitchen. None of the neighbors heard or saw anything. Happened between 6 and 10:30 while the victim was at the library.
What was stolen?
That's the odd thing. Her computer, her stereo were there, her jewelry, but she couldn't have cared less. Her desk had been ransacked. Papers were all over the place. When I got there, she was frantically searching through the piles looking for something. I'd describe her as hysterical. Said she was missing a very important tape. Said she was an anthropologist and studied voodoo.
What?
No joke, I thought to myself. By then, I'd already seen the shrunken head in the bookshelf. I asked her if she might know somebody who would want the tape and what it was for. She said, and I quote, "It's my proof." And as she spoke, it was as though something suddenly dawned on her. She turned white as a sheet and asked me to leave.
Any promising leads?
Nothing. The place was clean of prints, no footprints outside. I was about ready to call and ask if she'd found the tape, when Frankie tells me my B&E just turned into a homicide.
Thanks, Harry. We'll call if there's anything else.
Fuck you, Harry.
Good luck to the 2 of you.
I need to speak to the psychic.
Your name and occupation?
My name is Jamaica Baldwin. I own my own shop here where I sell West Indian things, arts, crafts, food stuff that people from back home miss. I've known Miss Elsbeth for several years now. She'd come in for hot sauce, stuffings, and things of the like. Occasionally I did a reading.
A reading?
Yes, a mystical reading.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes for advice, sometimes for interpretation of events.
When was the last time you did one of these readings for Miss Houseguard?
A week ago Monday.
Mm.
What did she want to know?
She said she had a big decision, but she did not say what. She was leaning in a certain direction and wanted to know if it was the right one.
Was it A, B, or was it O?
I did not see, but what I did see, I told her.
Can you elaborate?
Oh, you're right.
I saw someone
I think it was O positive, yeah.
Trying to harm Miss Elsbeth, waiting to harm her. They were waiting and watching, and I told her to be careful and to cross no one.
Did you see anything else?
I saw a woman.
I didn't see nothing through this bad pixelization.
A woman, but I did not see her face.
Do you practice voodoo, Miss Baldwin?
No. No, I'm from Jamaica. What use would I have with voodoo? That's for the nuts in Haiti.
Oh.
Can you tell me your movements yesterday evening?
I closed my shop at 7. and I went upstairs to my apartment and watched television with my sister and her boyfriend. And then I read my Bible and went to sleep at midnight.
Oh.
Thank you for your help. That's all
You're a
for now.
Bible thumper for
There's more to this crime that's
psychic
on the
reader.
surface, Detective. You must look deep.
Detective, only 1 hour left. Use your time wisely. From here on, every minute counts.
Alright, I think what we'll try and do is we'll go through the press conference and we'll finger someone, although I have a feeling we're not going to be able to solve it this time. It'll have to come back for the next murder hole. But,
yeah, I feel like we're not close to a definitive
answer,
lead on it.
Whoa, one at a time!
I'll turn this press conference right around. I swear.
Was the victim recently burglarized? What was stolen?
Oh, they actually, what's that called? Audioed the questions. It was an audio tape and some notes. No?
Did the victim have investments in the Pacific Growth Fund?
No.
What time did he report leaving his sister?
Around 6 o'clock? Yes.
How many gods are there in the voodoo religion?
Hundreds.
What were the other elements present in the poison administered to the victim?
The Cuban... No.
In the
I don't
poison?
see the blue-ringed octopus.
No, but, what's it called? Like, where the fuck did you get any of this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Who inherits Miss Hasgard's estate?
I mean, her brother? Her Bazango? Who the fuck is her Bazango? What the fuck is a Bazango?
What the fuck is that? What is this Big Bang Theory shit? What the fuck?
Hang on, I'm gonna Google this because I need to find out what the fuck a Bazango is. Come on, Google Chrome.
Well, there's a model bike. The 2022 Voodoo Bazango. It's a mountain bike.
But evenly divided between her and her bike?
Okay, in the Haitian voodoo tradition, Bazango is a warlike lower or spirit.
Okay. Who inherits her estate? This lower? Bazango. Oh my god. I'm gonna say her brother David.
Former investment advisor.
Ding ding.
Oh, it was Glicken, Ross and Briggs.
What aspects of the murder were typical of a zombie ceremony?
Oh, well... Yeah, no, it wasn't Dan Bowler that was drawn on the floor. The poison used and yeah, we'll go with that one.
Who was
Okay.
the last person reported to see Elspeth Hasgard alive?
Oh, fuck. Her brother?
I think so.
What time
Yep.
was the body discovered?
Nope.
10:15 this morning. Oh, fuck.
I've seen more successful press conferences, Detective. I think you need to do a little more investigating.
Oh, he said no. Okay, let's try that again.
Were there any fingerprints?
How old was the victim?
Who was the last person to see Mr.
Look at this woman's face.
How old was the victim?
Wait, what? Why is this playing again? Oh. So it took 10 minutes to say nothing, and then it automatically was like, yeah, you go do this. What? So that took me 20 minutes, 40 minutes. Fuck. It was yeah, this one.
How many suspects were O positive?
Oh, fuck if I know. 3.
How much does Edward Talaman weigh?
Oh, I'm sorry, Edward.
Oh my god, these are so fucking specific.
180. Oh,
Who is gated?
oh he's the lower that watches over the village's political life. No. He's the
The deaf one. The deaf one.
The deaf one?
I believe.
Yeah,
the deaf one.
Yeah, Crossroads. Fuck.
How much does Jamaica Baldwin weigh?
Oh, 122. No, fuck.
What was found in the dining room of the victim's apartment?
The dining room. A candle was missing. Yes.
How old was the victim?
She was 27?
7.
Had the victim recently contacted her lawyer? Why?
She wanted financial advice. Oh, fuck.
Who inherits Miss Hasgard's estate?
Her brother.
How many apartments are there at 422 Albritton?
12?
Oh my god.
I'm afraid 6 hours is up.
Fuck!
I have to put you on to another case. Better luck next time.
Well,
damn it.
We know what we're doing
The
next week. Are you working next week?
Let me check. It's a loading.
It's a loading. Clyde Holt, you magnificent bastard. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, it was programmed on a Mac with 36 megs of RAM. Oh my god. Additional editing was done in Premiere 2.0. Yeah, Oh, I could have used more time with that. But here are all the things. Doug Snakeman Levy for Eve the Python.
Still loading.
Wow, that's quite a loading for your
Yeah, the roster program sucks.
Yeah. Oh, it's just gonna loop now. Thank you, game. We will be. I will be back with that at some point. I'll try and see if Dave is working. Maybe we could play a different game.
I'm not working next week.
You're not working?
Nope.
Yeah. We will be continuing the Magic Death then.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, baby.